Hello, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. And it is Tuesday, September 19th at noon. So we are going to do lunch with Lori. Hi, Carol. Hi, Corinne. Thank you for sharing. You never know when Lori's going to pop up, do you? Hey, Debbie. No, I was supposed to be in Gettysburg today, and literally like 9 minutes before I was walking out the door, bright and early this morning, I got a text that it was canceled. So here I am. And that's awesome because then I get to hang out with you guys for lunch, right? So hopefully you've got a little snack or your lunch with you and you're ready for some creativity. I've got two fun projects today, beautiful projects actually, using the Translucent Floral Bundle that is on page 56 of the mini catalog. But before we jump into that, I just want to do a few reminders. I am currently offering a Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack. You will make 4 each of the 4 different designs for a total of 16 cards with envelopes. You are also going to get a goodie bag of over $20 in product, some of which you'll use on your projects and some of which you'll have to take home and use on additional projects that you may create. It is an in-person or to-go class offering. So for in-person, the cost is $32. Registration ends on the 21st. So we only have 2 more days of registration, or if you count today, I guess it's 3 days, right? And then I have to close so I can get the order placed and get the products here that I need to prep the classes. The class itself is Saturday the 30th. It is a double down Saturday for me. What does that mean? That means that I have 2 classes that I am running in person that day, and you can come and take one or both. So anywhere between 9 and 3, you can come and make your projects. You do need to be finished by 3 o'clock. The doors do close at 3, and I am pretty much stuck with that time this time because I do have a commitment after that. So if you are local to me, you can absolutely come in person. Again, it's $32. That is due to me by the 21st. Or you can choose the to-go option, which means that on the 1st or 2nd of October, I guess that's a Monday, we will be popping your kits in the mail, and you will have the opportunity to purchase it for $32 plus $9 priority postage, okay? So that would make it $41. If you want to pay via PayPal, then you would add $3 to that for a total of $44 for the class. So in person or to go, your choice. Beautiful cards, 16 cards, 4 each of 4 different designs. Now, for my local peeps, we are also doing this fun fall wall plaque. I love this plaque. This is a great thing to hang for all the fall. It's not just Halloween. You can carry it right through Thanksgiving. If you don't like gnomes, you'll have the option in the class to substitute another colored leaf in that spot, right? Yeah, I am trying to keep you on your toes, Debbie. I don't know. Somebody's trying to keep me on my toes, I think. You're going to get, it's $25 for the class. You're going to get the plaque. It already has the raffia attached to it. And then you'll get the supplies that you need to cut out the greeting, as well as the gnome. And you'll get a pack of the leaves and gems. So it's about a little over $15 in product that you're going to receive, plus the plaque for $25. So that registration is also open for locals. You can find that over on my Facebook page or in my newsletter. All right, what else do I want to tell you? Paper pumpkin. If you love paper pumpkin, or if you love Christmas, the truck would go good there. Yep, that's a good idea too. Hi, Deborah. Good afternoon. Then paper pumpkin for the next month is one that you don't want to miss. So if you're not a subscriber, you can just order a 1-month code and enter it to get the next month's paper pumpkin. But your last day to do that is going to be October 10th. So make sure you don't miss it. It's called Home for the Holidays. And look at all those cute little imageries. I can't wait to play with this one. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I may actually order 2 just because I know I'm going to love it that much. So make sure you get a hold of that. You can buy the 1-month subscription in my online store, or you can go to paperpumpkin.com, sign up, and then cancel after October's if you want to. Please choose me as your demonstrator if you don't have somebody you're already working with. And what else? Oh, yes, the cards that we did. We played with paper pumpkin, right? We made these beautiful cards the last time we were together, right? And sorry, my voice is bad. These were the cards that the kit suggested we make. Okay. And then these were the alternates. So these are the alternates that I am giving away. You can choose, if you are the winner, which you would prefer, the daffodil or the flirty flamingo. And the winner of these is Verna Freer. So congratulations, Verna. I think you said on the live that you like the daffodil. So I may just pop that one in with your club order. But let me know, okay, for sure. And then I will get these off to you. All right. I think that is all the housekeeping. Oh, wait, no, I'm missing the main thing. The clearance rack was uploaded this morning. So if you like a deal, we got them for you. Out on the clearance rack in the online store. There's actually under shop now, or under specials, I'm sorry, under specials. If you click on that drop down, there's a clearance rack section. You go right into it. New product, including stamps, cardstock, designer paper, embellishments, dyes. I can't even remember what all else is out there. Up to 60% off, guys. So it's a great time to shop the clearance rack. All right, that I believe is everything I had to share with you this morning. So let's stamp our craft bags. So we are playing with translucent florals. And as I said, that is going to be found in the mini catalog. I know we're not doing Christmas today, but we'll get back to Christmas. But I fell in love with this. We actually used this at a demonstrator event earlier in the season. And I fell in love with this stamp set. And let me show you the projects that Stampin' Up created with it. So on page 56, you'll see the bundle. And they colored vellum with a blend and then die cut to create the flowers. So you can absolutely do it that way, or you have the option to stamp the flowers. The die cuts are beautiful, as is the stamp set. You get this really pretty and translucent-y, is that a word? Translucent-y effect. And then here are all the dies that come with this bundle. So here are the ones that you would use to build your flower up. And of course, you have standalone leaves as well that you could cut out of cardstock or vellum. You could, again, color the vellum like they did with one of the samples, or just cut them out of cardstock, or cut them out of designer series paper. Some of that watercolor wash. Oh, now I have to try that. I didn't do that today, but I have to try that. Some of that watercolor wash paper, the back sides of some of the paper I showed you the other day over on Facebook, would be really pretty done with that. And then, of course, you have some centers, and you have all the dies to cut out your stamped images as well. All right, now let me show you the first card. I love, love, love this one. And we are going to, this is no die cutting at all. There's a little bit of embossing with the Basics 3D. I call this the milk glass folder, right? Because it gives us those hobnail effect. So we're going to take our basic white and we're just going to run that through the die cutting and embossing machine. And of course, that is a 3D, so you just need your platform and your specialty plate to die cut that. Let's put that back so I know where I have it. But I do really like that effect, and it is a nice raised dot. And then we're using Poppy Parade as our card base. That's going to get mounted right on there. And guess what? Lori did not fill her glue. So I'm now between three places, guys. So it's getting a little hairy. Of course, you know, I spend quite a bit of time down in Gettysburg at the house that we have down there. And I was at retreat last weekend, and I'm going back to the same location this weekend. So 3/4 of my product is down there, which makes this, to say the least, a little bit challenging. But we're going to persevere. We're going to do it. So I had to go find a refill because they're all packed. So yes, I will be gone from Thursday to Sunday. No, to Monday next week, or this week. I leave Thursday after our live. I will be live over on Facebook Thursday morning at 10. I will not be live Sunday night on Facebook. So if you are a Facebook follower as well, just take note that there'll be no live this Sunday, and I will post so that you have a reminder. Okay. And then we're going to grab a blending brush and do some blending. Have to grab the ink. And normally I use Balmy Blue for my skies, but on this one I went a little bit lighter with some Pool Party. Hear my chair rolling around. Good morning, Tina. So we're going to take the smaller piece of basic white and a scrap. And just come in, and this is going to be real light because we don't want to detract from the flower. We just want to have a little delineation between the embossed white and this layer. And I'm breaking my own rule. Do you see me? I don't put my finger on the head of the brush, so it has the opportunity to bend a little bit, so it's a little bit smoother. All right, we're going to stop there because you do see where I had my finger on it. I got that darker spot, but I think we're going to be okay because we're going to stamp our floral and our leaves. So let's grab our colors. We're going to use some Garden Green and some Poppy Parade to do our stamping. Going to close up Pool Party. And then our greeting is going to be done in the Pebble Path. Good morning, Linda. It is a pretty set. I love this set. And I've only touched the tip of the iceberg with it because there's so much more we can do with it. So there's, oh, we're going to do 2 more stems. 2 more. But we're going to make them lower. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in some leaves while we're doing this portion. I'm just going to stamp those. Oh, right about there and right about there. And then we're going to add some additional greenery. Oh, that didn't come out very well, did it? There we go. There we go. So we've kind of added some additional greenery down there at the bottom. We'll add in our Poppy Parade florals. And of course, I made this one a birthday greeting, but you could make this anything. You could do a thinking of you. And you automatically are getting that translucent effect. There's nothing you have to do special. There's no special way to ink it up. It automatically gives you that effect. Okay, let's go ahead, mount that to our layer of Pebble Path. That's going to go right on our card front. Nope, I think I mounted it with dimensionals. So let's do that. So hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. I know it's only Tuesday. Oh, thanks, Carol. The weeks seem to fly by, don't they? I know. I remember when I was younger, everybody said, "Oh, wait till you get older, time just disappears." And boy, they were right. All right, we're going to pop that on there. Then we're going to stamp our greeting. I gave myself 2 just in case. Just in case. And the happy birthday comes directly from the stamp set. So this is a 1 stamp set card, which is kind of nice, right? You don't have to pull other things together. It really does. I love stamps like that that make it look like you took a lot of time and effort to put it together, but really the stamp did it for you. So here's my trick when I mount something that's on dimensionals. This side is going to get adhesive. This side is going to get a dimensional. And that way it stays level. If I mounted it all with just seal, it would go downhill, and we don't want that. We're going to line that right up with the edge over here. Okay. So now you can see that that's nice and level going across there. Uh-oh. Hey, you're not going to get this one if you win. I just put Pebbled Path ink on it somehow. All right. And then we're going to add our bow. This is the Pebbled Path ribbon. This is really soft ribbon, guys. It's really easy to work with. Grab a glue dot. So who noticed this set in the mini catalog? Did you see this one? Do you have it on your wish list? Aha, Carol Deegan. I love that. You think you're going to have to get it? You do. If you like making floral cards and you like simplicity, this is one of those that you can go simple to avid just by the technique or the die cutting, whatever you want to do, right? That's what I love, right? I love that about our supplies. You can do simple cards or you can really jump them up, whatever your style is. And that you did, Corinne, good. And then we're going to add a few brass butterflies. Apparently that's a tongue twister this morning. I'm not sure. So we've got a little one going here. This is one of my favorite embellishments because you can add them to almost any kind of card. Right there. And there is our card front. I'm not going to mess with that right now. You saw it, but talked yourself out of it. And now Lori's helped to talk you right back into it, apparently, huh? And then on the inside, now I have a different greeting in here. We're going to stamp that in Pebbled Path as well. But this one is from Season of Chic, which is one of my favorite stamps. Wishing you the best birthday ever. Okay, so we'll put this one aside since I got some ink on it. That's the one the winner will receive. Remember, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber, and leave me a comment, whether you're watching current live or the replay, because I go back and draw right before we go live, and you'll be entered to win the projects I make today. All right, so that is simple stamping, right? You haven't played with it yet? Oh, I think you'll really like it, Tina. All right, now let's bring in our next project. I had a request to make a wedding card. And I don't make them very often because at my age, most everybody's married if they're going to be married. But I thought this one came out really pretty. We're using some Moody Mauve and some pretty peacock. This beautiful border, which is an online exclusive. And we're even doing some gold embossing. So I think that this meets the need of a wedding card. What do you think? So 5.5 by 8.5. Both of these cards are just straight on 5.5 by 8.5 card base. Make sure I get my 2 pieces of white correct. This, of course, is going to be in the landscape orientation. And we're going to stamp the congratulations on the inside of the card. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. We're doing that in Moody Mauve. That congratulations and the wishing you all the happiness in the world both come from the stamp set. So again, we're staying 100% with the stamp set and not necessarily pulling in from others. Okay, tell me in the comments. No, Pam, I actually didn't buy that set. I did not. It is a cute set, but I knew that I just wouldn't get enough use out of it, right? But it is very cute. I will be doing, I have a plan to do, and I think it'll probably be the first week of October. Once a day, I'll be live over on Facebook with a Halloween project. It'll just be a quick 10-15 minute video, but it'll be some cards, it'll be some treat holders. So you want to stay tuned for that, but it will not be the bag of bones, although I might be using the Them Bones Designer Series paper. Hey, Thelma, thank you. All right, so now we have our Moody Mauve. This is our shimmer paper. Guys, this is gorgeous, and it's double-sided, which I love because so often our specialty papers are single-sided. So this is like a bonus because if you mess something up, you can flip it over. I love that. You know, I like that protection to have that option available to me. But yes, so you can find that in the annual catalog. And it's in back with the specialty papers, and it comes in multiple colors in the same pack. So check that out. All right. I think it's all the in colors, the 23, 25 in colors. So my border is coming from the Elegant Border Dies. This is found in the online store, in the online exclusives, right? We're going to use this one, but here's 3 other ones. And look at these. And I'll put this behind it so you can kind of see the detail. Here's the one. I love that. Reminds me of a garden gate, right? If we cut it down the center, wouldn't that look like a garden gate? My mind, you know, sometimes it just does weird things. Hi, y'all. Thanks, Deborah. And then this one, another very pretty one. If you go up the side. Love that one too. I love all 3 of these. My other sample is sticking. Hold on. There we go. And then this is the 3rd one. So you do, the one thing that you do want to make sure you're aware of when you're using this, right? And this one's probably one of the easier of the 3 of the 4 to see. There is, can you see the detail here? This is just perfectly flat. There's no cutting edge here. Here, can you see that raised edge? That's your cutting edge. So when you're doing this, if you lay this on your cardstock, first of all, thinking you're just going to cut it out completely, no. Second of all, make sure you know where your cutting edge is in relationship to where you want the edge of your cardstock to be. Because if you're cutting it and you think it's going to be, this is what you're going to have left, oops, right? If you don't have it positioned correctly. So again, look for your cutting edge. You can feel it for sure if you run your finger over it, but you can also see that this has no raised edge over here. It's just perfectly flat. And this side does have the raised lip. That's what's going to cut for you. Okay. And every one of them's like that. This one, it's pretty easy to see as well. This one's a little harder. And this one, if you feel it, you can feel the raised lip here. So just a little tip, because trust me, the number of times I've cut my cardstock wrong. Oh no, Debbie. I love these. I do play with these a lot, and I think they're awesome for wedding cards, every one of them. So, or anniversary cards, you know, something really, really special. All right. Make sure I have the right piece of basic white here. It looks like I do. And we are going to find our cutting edge, right? So this is the edge that's cutting. So I'm going to lay it on here like that. I want to try to make sure I'm fairly close to what I want. That looks pretty good to me. Now I am going to put some Post-it note tape on this to hold it straight and in place as we go across and run it through the die cutting machine. Okay. These are the older ones. These have been on there for a little while. Yep, they have. Do you have them, Thelma? I've shown these before. It's nice to bring them back out every once in a while, in case you missed them. You know, it wouldn't be funny after me telling you that if I did put that on there wrong. Let's hope Lori didn't. Oh, she didn't. I got it right. So, and then you are going to have little pieces, but seriously, I only ran it through one time forward. You could run it one time backwards, however you like to run. And I have no issues popping these out just with my fingers. I don't even need my take your pick tool or the brush. Okay. And then these little curly cues, I swear I'm going to keep those and do something with them. I don't know what. Might be confetti in a card. You never know. Oh, you do have them. Good. Well, I'll pull them out and use them. That happens to me too. I just found something the other day I had on an order that I hadn't placed yet. Thank goodness. I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't need to order that. All right. So. And then, I mean, that's kind of a fun edge too. You could do something fun with that. Maybe blending brush blue on there and it looks like water and waves, right? I'm always looking, oh, sorry, I'm always looking at my scrap. I didn't mean to toss it. I'm always looking at my scraps to see, well, what can I do with that, right? And then that makes me think about positioning when I do the die cutting as well. Okay, so we're gonna pop that beautiful shimmer paper on there. And the nice thing about this is the adhesive does go on it very easily. So that's always a positive because sometimes with the specialty papers, it's a little harder to get it to stick, right? I'm not going to mount that quite yet because I want to do my embossing. So we're going to do that next. And we're doing that in gold. So let me grab my goodies here. First things first is the embossing buddy. How many times I emboss and forget to use that? I don't even want to talk about it. I've gotten better over the years. Hey, how are you, Carol? Good to see you. I love my purple hearts. Thank you. And then this wishing you all the happiness in the world. Again, that comes right out of the Translucent Floral. Be careful when you ink up your Versamark pad too, that you're not smashing it down into the ink. I'm just tapping. You know, smashing it, you're going to end up with stray ink everywhere. And you don't want that. I promise you don't. And I let it sit for a minute just so I'm sure that ink transfers. And then bring in my tray. Oh, good. Things are hopefully moving forward, right? And we're going to heat set that. So here comes the ink tool. Let's move this so we don't blow the ink or the powder. And I hold the tool in one place until I see it start to melt. My tool is cold because it's cold in my studio. There we go. And then I will start to move the heat tool around. You don't want to hold it on there too long. Once you see that it's melted, just do a little bit back and forth. make sure it's set, and then take the heat away. If you keep your heat tool on your cardstock too long, a few things can happen. Oh, yay, you're out of the cast. Awesome. I'm so glad for you. Yeah, if you keep it on there too long, a couple of things can happen. One, you'll melt the powder right down into the cardstock, so you lose the effect of the embossed raised image. And two, you could scorch your paper or worse. So, hold it in place till it starts to go, and then let it move. Let the gun or the heat tool move. So we've got this really big leaf image, and we're going to stamp that. This is pretty peacock. Now I have pre-cut, but I wanted to see if I could get one of these to misbehave so I could show you a cool technique, or cool trick, I should say. All right, so if you don't love, now the stamp has the speckles on it, so they're supposed to be there. It's not an oops. But if you're not in love with that, there's a couple things you can do, right? One is to move the ink on the ink pad to reduce the coverage that you're going to get on your ink or on your stamp. So I take an old gift card, AARP card. Yes, that's how old I am. It is not a full-on outline stamp because there is shading in it, but you can move that ink out of the way. And look now, you don't see those speckles quite as obvious, right? So yes, it gives you a darker outline, Thelma, and then the shading on the inside is the lighter shade. Same thing here. If you're still not happy, you can take your blending brush, ink it up in your ink color of choice, and take it onto the stamp. Don't pounce, because then you're going to get splotchy, but kind of blend it onto the stamp and stamp it. That's another way. And my blending brushes aren't here, or I'd show that to you. So I'll have to remember to try to do that on another video for you. All right, so we would take these and we would die cut them out using the fabulous die set, right? You hear my cat crying in the background. It's going to be one of those days. He is imprinted on my husband so badly that this is mostly what I do every day, is listen to him cry. He could care less if I'm here. Doesn't matter that mom's here because he wants his dad. All right, so here are the images that I die cut. I think I have a couple extra ones of the little flowers or the little leaves. Okay, and we are going to, now you could actually stamp these right on the back if you wanted to. I kind of wanted to get certain orientation, so I chose to do it this way. So we're going to go ahead and add those. I'm going to grab a silicone pad. Silicone pads are your best friends when you're adding seal or even Tombow to the back of a die cut. You can't pick it up. And it makes me feel bad because there's nothing I can do to make him happy. It's okay, buddy. Sorry, guys. And then we're just going to mount our flowers. And they're all mounted flat, so we don't have to worry about dimensionals. And we're going to start there. I always lay my pattern out before I actually mount it. Okay. And one down here. And then we'll put a set of leaves in behind. So I'm going to start building my layer of flowers. And then this one is going to come in between them. Just about like that. See how we did. Yeah, I think that looks good. We're going to add our little leaves here. Oh, it didn't want to go, did it? And then make sure it's going to fit on our card front. No, Thelma, it's in the mini. It's on page 56. Okay. Press and seal for what, Debbie? I'm going to learn something. I love it. What are you using press? I have used press and seal for different things, but I don't think anything that I'm doing here. So what are you using press and seal for? This is why I love our community, because we learn from each other. And Thelma, you weren't on when I started, but you can use these to cut out vellum, color your vellum with blends, and then die cut it. And it's really very, very pretty. And there's a sample of that in the mini catalog that you can check out. Move that over there just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so beautiful, right? But let's add just a little more bling. Just a little more bling. You know I like my bling. Press and seal is like a saran wrap. It's formulated so that you can literally press it down on the bowl and it sticks, versus some of that stuff that ends up in a big old ball in your hand before you get it onto your bowl. Oh, there you go. Awesome. No, but I'll try that. I've done that when I did scrapbooking titles and I wanted to make sure my letters were straight. I used press and seal to do that. But I never thought to do it with regular layouts. Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So these are the adhesive backed sparkle gems. And I'd like to tell you that these are in stock because I think they are, but just double check if you want them. I think most of the gems, actually, no, I'm going to change that. There are still some gems on back order, but not as many as I thought there were. And I don't think these are on back order. So this is a great option because you're going to get gold, silver, and black. Black is great for Halloween. So if you were wishing that, the glow in the dark was still around or something like that, the bats and the ghosts, they will be back, but the black is a great option for your Halloween project. As are, if they're still available, they were there this morning when I ordered, the black dots that we used to have. Oh, I loved those so much. So they were on the clearance rack. Okay. Is Nativity Pit? No, not yet. The Old Holy Night is not back yet. Okay. So what do you think? So this one, a little bit simpler, right? Just some stamping, some blending. And then this one, which I think this makes a beautiful wedding card. Now I just need somebody I know to get married. All right, guys, there you go. Those are our projects for today using the Translucent Bundle. If you have not seen it, again, you'll find it on page 56 in the mini catalog. It is a bundle with beautiful die cuts, both those that will cut out your stamped images, as well as you can build your flower with the solid dies. They're gone. The black dots are gone. Oh, that's a bummer. I bought a lot, but I don't think I took them out. The second is your favorite. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. Pretty cards. Nice. Thank you. I'm glad you liked them. God, you need a wedding card. Well, there you go, Thelma. And you can take the layout if you don't have the stamp set and you don't want to wait to order it. You can absolutely take the layout and create something with what you have. But this is a good one, and it is a unique one. That translucent effect that you're seeing here, and again on the vellum, makes that a unique set that I don't think we've ever really had anything like. So you definitely want to check it out. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget the registration for both the pumpkin wall hanging for local peeps and the Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack ends on the 21st. The Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack link to register is below the video, so you can click on there and register. Payment is due by the 21st, so you want to get that check in the mail to me if you're paying by check, or you have the option to pay with PayPal for an additional $3 convenience fee. And if you're local, my newsletter had the link for the pumpkin wall hanging. And local doesn't mean you have to come to the class if you're not available. You can actually just do a porch pickup for that. All right. Have a great week. I will be live Thursday morning at 10 for coffee and cards over on Facebook. But I will not be live on Sunday night at 8 because I will still be at the retreat. So I'll be back here next Tuesday then. Take care, guys. Have a great one, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment, especially if you're watching the replay. Thanks. Bye.